Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Well, I've got a bit of a story to tell, and I guess an update on the review that I gave on this PMUP pump. So if you're an impatient person, you want to know what happened, I could tell you in a nutshell. The pump failed, and I'm having problems with the replacements. And yeah, that's what I'm going to be talking about today. So if that's all you need to know, thanks for watching, and I'll have something, I'm sure, better to show you next video. But if you want to know the full story, well, sit back and let's tell you what's going on here. Last year, I installed an Apex. It's coming up almost on 1 year on my 180-gallon system, and I love it. I think the thing is like the best thing I've ever added to my tank. So much so that I wanted to have everything controlled with my Apex, and I just went in, head first, man. I wanted everything on there, full force. So one of the things I added was this PMUP pump, which is their little DC pump that plugs into their new energy bar. Doesn't use up one of the outlets. It uses this special 24-volt connection there. So I figured that's exactly what I want to do. I want to take full advantage of my Apex system. So let's get one of these little pumps, and I had the perfect spot for it. This is going to be running, or was running, my UV sterilizer. 100 gallon per hour, maximum output with that. And I needed something in that range to run my sterilizer. Perfect match. So I installed one of these pumps on there, and I did a review. I can put a link to that down below maybe, if I remember. But I gave it a pretty decent review. I mean, this thing is a little workhorse. I mean, it does exactly what I needed it to do. I liked the form factor. I liked everything about it. So, thumbs up for that. Well, what I didn't tell you guys is, about a month later after that review, I had a problem with my pump. So, no biggie. These things happen. But I heard a really bad sound come out of it one day, like something grinding or, something was caught in the impeller. So I was like, all right, let's see what's going on there. So I took the pump apart, and I can probably show you. So this is the original pump, and you could see one of the little blades had fallen off. So apparently what had happened was a little tiny snail crawled in through the cage, got up into there, must have gotten stuck in the impeller, and broke the fan off of it, which I thought was a little odd. I mean, I wouldn't have expected the impeller to be so fragile to just snap off like that. Maybe stop the pump. I don't know. Anyway, that's what happened. Called Neptune, and they said send it in. Did that, and no problem. Replaced under warranty. So I was happy with that. So no big deal. Didn't need to even mention that. Just one-off thing. So here's the replacement. Stuck this back into the sump, and then I said, all right, well, shame on me for letting that snail get in there. So I covered it with a little mesh bag. And it had a rubber band on it. This was over that. Never happened again. So everything was fine. Fast forward, I don't know, 8 months or whatever, till January, just last month. I'm getting ready to go away for a couple of weeks. So I'm, doing some maintenance on my system and cleaning everything up. So I shut down my UV sterilizer, cleaned some stuff up. I went to turn it back on, and it will not turn back on. This pump just didn't want to work for me. So, this is a few days before I'm leaving. I said, all right, well, I don't have time to deal with this. Ordered a brand new pump. So, brand new pump, order from BRS. Unfortunately, the pump didn't arrive in time, so I never got a chance to install it. I just put an old AC pump, some cheap pump that I've had laying around for years. Used it in various stuff. I put that on there, and that's now running my UV sterilizer. So, no biggie. Finally today, I'm like, all right, you know what? I want to get this PMUP back in action. So I go to take this one apart. This is the one that was in there. I'd taken this out of the sump last month, sat it aside, and figured I'll deal with it later. If I can't get it working, I got a brand new one, in the box. So I go to open this thing up, get it open, and, don't worry about what this thing looks like right now. I'm going to tell you what happened with that. But the impeller's in there, and everything looks fine. I need to get this out of there to clean everything, but this thing is just stuck in there. it will not spin, it will not turn, it won't do anything. So I'm like, all right, well, what am I supposed to do here? I take a little screwdriver. I mean, this thing does have a powerful magnet. I go to, trying to pop it up a bit. As soon as I do that, boom, one of the blades breaks off of the fan. I'm like, all right, here we go again. But that's not the worst of it. This thing will not spin at all. So I'm like, all right, well, this is something obviously wrong. Trying to work it a little bit more. Another blade breaks off. So I'm like, all right, well, this thing's shot anyway. So I needed to get these and, vice grips to pull this thing out of there. As you can see, this doesn't even fit in that hole anymore. If we could take a look at this, I mean, there's all sorts of corrosion, on the cylinder. There's corrosion inside of the socket. Something obviously is rusting in there. And this whole unit has like swollen up, and this doesn't even, it's really difficult to get that even in there anymore. And that's supposed to be a loose fit so it can spin. So something is obviously not right here. So what I'm going to need to do is, contact Neptune Systems again, find out why is this magnet all swollen up? Why are the blades just breaking off like that? See if I can get a response from them. So anyway, again, these things happen. Not the biggest issue in the world for me because I've got a brand new pump. I'm just going to put this one in there and get rolling. And maybe if I can get that one replaced, I have a spare on hand. I really wish that I would have done this. This was about 10 minutes ago. I just sealed this thing. This was brand new sealed in the box. And I was going to do this live on camera. And I said, what's the point? Who cares about showing this new pump? But I figured, maybe I'll open it up, see if there's any changes to the way this thing is done. We could take a look at that. And this is, let me just show you. I should have done this. But, it's probably better that I didn't because this video had probably just gotten demonetized from what I was saying. So I cut the paper because they always seal these things. Open it up. And of course, they never put any documentation. They always give you this little thing in there. So you go to their website. Just a box with the pump in there. So I open this up just like this. I take this out of there, put that aside, and I look in the bottom of the box and I say, oh, okay, there's something in there. There's this little black piece of plastic. A little unusual. Why is that in this box? Obviously, it's come from this pump, right? So I take a look at the pump. Everything appears to be as it should. What the heck? They can't even package these things without breaking them. Look at the connector. It's just snapped over. So, I mean, what the hell, guys? I mean, this brand new pump. This is supposed to be my emergency backup. Brand new out of the box. And it's just snapped. I mean, this is unacceptable. So I'm a little bit annoyed at Neptune Systems right now. A, for designing a pump that fails so easily, and B, packaging a product in such a way that it's just not even going to arrive in a usable state. So I need to contact them and, not only get hopefully this one replaced because that's less than a year old, but also the brand new one, which has been open for 10 minutes and it's already failed. And, just kind of so you don't think I'm a complainer here. I looked online and, other people have experienced very similar issues with these pumps. You'll see some people give it 5 stars, which, that's what I would have given it when I first opened it. It was great, but people that have actually used it for a little while, read their reviews. Same thing's happening. The blades are breaking off. The impellers are swelling up and won't spin. You can go on to any of the reef forums, and they will tell you the same thing. So I don't know what's up with this thing. I really didn't want to make a ranting video or anything like that. I just kind of want to just share some frustration that I had with this product. And don't get me wrong, I love the Neptune System stuff. I mean, I've got everything in my tank running off of it. I'm using their wave pumps. I don't have their core return pump, which, you know, after seeing how this thing works, I'd have really large hesitations on trusting that core pump. I'm going to let other people, you know, take the arrows on that one and find out how that works first, you know, on the long term, because I know it just came out. But I don't even know what else to say. So please let me know if you think I have unreasonable expectations for these products. Let me know if you think this is, you know, a legit concern, or if you've had problems with these. You know, put some comments down below and see, you know, what you guys think. And if I get an answer from Neptune, I will 100%, you know, update this and let you guys know, you know, how they respond to this. But I don't think that I've used this in any inappropriate manner. I mean, this was perfect for an ATO. Yeah, I would agree with that. Maybe it works better in freshwater. But over here, I mean, it tells you it also can be used for GFO, carbon, biopellet, and other reactors. I mean, they don't say specifically you could use it in your sump, but I'd say that implies it pretty strongly right there. So I don't think I'm using this in an incorrect manner. And certainly, I did not unbox this thing incorrectly. I mean, this was how it shipped. I opened it, and it was already broken. So that's about it. I know this is a really long rant, and I didn't really intend it to go on this long, but what are you going to do? All right, guys, I'll have some more enjoyable videos coming up. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time.